Hi there, I'm Ava Jordan, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I haven't posted in a minute, but now that I'm back. Anyway, I wanted to go through my CD and vinyl collection with you guys. So, I won't give you a long intro, but I love collecting, I love music, and this is just two of my many collections, so maybe we'll see some more as they develop, but let's get right into it. So, I wanted to start by showing you this awesome little crate that I got off of Amazon that I put together. It's got Crosley on it, and I figured let's hop right in. So, we'll start with my CDs, some of which, fair warning, I did steal from my parents. First off, I have a couple signed CDs that I love. I have two Why Don't We CDs signed by Daniel Savy and a Ben Barnes signed CD. If you know anything about me and my accounts, you know I love books, I love Shadow and Bone, I love Narnia, and I love Ben Barnes. So, going back a little bit, we've got, which one's this? Santana. Fantastic album, fantastic artist. Not much can be said there. The Grateful Dead Best of Skeletons from the Closet. Just a great one. I'm trying to make sure I put these back the right way. So this one I actually picked up at Barnes & Noble, discounted. I was so excited. It's the Best of ABBA. I'm a huge ABBA fan, Mamma Mia, all of that good stuff. So this has Waterloo, SOS, I Do, Mamma Mia, Fernando, Dancing Queen, Knowing Me, Knowing You, The Name of the Game, Take a Chance on Me, Chiquitita, and The Winner Takes It All. Go ahead and drop in the comments your favorite ABBA song because I would love to talk to you about them. Next, we have Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. I love Elton John. I've had the privilege of seeing him live in concert. And when I tell you that is a privilege, he was amazing. He's just precious, and what he's done for the industry is magnificent. Next, I have the Rembrandts. And so the last song on this album, and probably the song that I best know the Rembrandts from, is the theme to Friends. Great song. Then, of course, we have the Beatles. Is it really a proper collection if you don't have the Beatles? I have Alanis Morissette. Fantastic CD. This one always makes me laugh a bit. I have Dookie by Green Day. And actually, it's not the name that makes me laugh, but I love actually the cover art. I love how well it was done, and I just love this album. And then, of course, we have Billy Joel. My favorite on this is The River of Dreams, which is the titular track, but fantastic. Then, of course, we have Van Halen. Van Halen's Van Halen. Like, how do you really explain it? It's just fantastic. Nat King Cole. I know we're genre hopping a bit here, but I love, actually, ironically, I love the song Love. Always makes me think of The Parent Trap. It's a fantastic song. Boys to Men. Oh my gosh, I love Boys to Men. Motown Philly is on the CD, which of course is one of my favorites, but my favorite Boys to Men song is End of the Road, by far. Fantastic, and really grateful to have them on CD. Oh, this one. So, this one is the Presidents of the United States of America. Obviously not really. Fantastic band. My dad actually introduced me to them and their song Peaches. One of their more popular songs is on this album, and I love that song. I love that it reminds me of and connects me to my dad, and I just love this album, and I love that I have that. Heavy D and the Boys. Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? fantastic CD. And then we have Kiss, Alive 3. I love Kiss. And this actually has a bunch of my favorites, like, oh my god, we've got Deuce, Heaven's on Fire, I Was Made for Loving You, Detroit Rock City, I Love It Loud, Lick It Up, all these fantastic songs. I really can't recommend Kiss enough. I personally am a Detroit Rock City, Heaven's on Fire, and Shout It Out Loud stan, but I'm always open to new recommendations for any of these artists. I actually haven't even taken all the stickers off this one, but this is Train, Save Me San Francisco, which is probably best known for having Hey Soul Sister on it. That was like my jam when I was little. My jam. Then, of course, we also have Aerosmith, another Barnes & Noble steal, because I love Aerosmith. Actually, one of my favorite rides at Disney World is the Rock and Roller Coaster, which is Aerosmith themed and has Aerosmith music. Now we're actually going to hop into some more modern music with, of course, Miss Taylor Swift. My goal is to have all the Taylor's versions on CD once they are all released, but I am very happy to have Midnights on CD. It was quite the steal at Target, and yeah. This one is also really special. I love Adele, so having 30 by Adele was also a really fantastic purchase. It also has a couple bonus tracks, including like with Chris Stapleton. It's just a really fantastic album. Red Hot Chili Peppers, fantastic. My favorite on this album is Aquatic Mouth Dance. Although I also really like She's a Lover. It's just a really great album, and you can never go wrong with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So this one always gets me some teasing from my friends, but like, okay. So this is a set of 4, and we've got 4 different One Direction albums. So we have Take Me Home, 4, Midnight Memories, and Made in the AM. In terms of my favorites, it's so hard to pick because gotta love One Direction. On Take Me Home, my favorites are Rock Me, I Would, and They Don't Know About Us. And then 4 is such a great album. I love, obviously, Steal My Girl, Where Do Broken Hearts Go, Girl Almighty, Night Changes, No Control, oh, fantastic, and Stockholm Syndrome, which, highly underrated. Midnight Memories, Diana, of course, and Little Black Dress are definitely my favorites, and Made in the AM has one of my favorite One Direction songs of all time, which is I Want to Write You a Song. It's slower, it's so sweet, and I just love this one. And then my last CD was actually really difficult to find, oddly enough, but Amazon came in clutch, and it is All the Young Dudes by Mott the Hoople. It's a fantastic song, and like I mentioned, I love Ben Barnes, so you can imagine. I love the Marauders, and I actually haven't read All the Young Dudes, but I do love the song. And that brings us to the vinyls collection, which is also very genre hopping. So let's start from the back, I suppose. We have Fine Line by Harry Styles. This is actually Harry's only album that I have on vinyl or CD. It's really cool. It's got a bunch of like funky fisheye lens artwork inside. And I really do love Fine Line, although I do need to get HS1 and Harry's House. This next one is another one of my favorite vinyls I have. I got it during the pandemic because this album actually came out the day the pandemic officially started in the US. Heartbreak Weather by Niall Horan. I love Niall Horan. I can't wait to add the show to my collection in some way, shape, or form. But it's such a fantastic album. Next, I actually have 8 Letters by Why Don't We. If you can't tell, I'm a Why Don't We stan. but this album is fantastic. I love In Too Deep. Now, speaking of one of those genre hopping albums, we are going to jump to 70s pop punk with the Sex Pistols. Never mind the bollocks, here's the Sex Pistols. This is one of my favorites. I love God Save the Queen, obviously, but I love 17 and I love Anarchy in the UK. It's just a really great album, and I can't wait to watch the biopic. Next is a personal favorite because I got it for a steal at one of my favorite record stores, which is Grassroots in Ocean City. And this is Purple Rain by Prince. My mother raised me right. She is a massive Prince fan, and I was so excited to show her when I got that one and bring it home. This one I got at a concert. I love doing that. This is In Our Own Sweet Time by Vance Joy. I cannot stress how much I love Vance Joy. And seeing him live was just one of the best concert experiences I've ever had. Next is one of my favorite artists of all time. He's fantastic. I'm Alright If You're Okay by Aiden Bissett. I cannot stress to you how much I love him, how much I love his music, and you should absolutely listen if you have the chance. Next, we have another genre hop, but nonetheless a classic, a favorite, Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. It's Stevie Nicks. You can never go wrong with Stevie Nicks. Silver Springs is obviously fantastic. I love Landslide, The Chain, Go Your Own Way, all these major songs, but also if you put on Rhiannon, I might cry. Next, speaking of Fleetwood Mac, and another favorite of mine, if it would like to come out, is Daisy Jones and the Six. I can't recommend the book, the TV show, the music. I can't recommend it enough. I love Daisy Jones and the Six. You can tell I really love an artist when I buy their vinyl. Once again with Elton John, this is Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. It's just such a fantastic album. Another steal from Grassroots in Ocean City, New Jersey. Next, which one's my next one? Okay, this one's special because it is one of my favorite albums, and I can't wait to get it when the new version comes out. And in case you haven't figured it out by now, it is 1989 by Miss Taylor Swift. I actually dressed up as 1989 for the Eras tour and went with my friend who dressed as Speak Now. And I just love this album. Out of the Woods and How You Get the Girl are my two favorites, but of course, it's just a fantastic album. This next one is another Taylor album that I personally love. I think is super underrated. Really just a fantastic choice, and that is Debut, Taylor Swift by Taylor Swift. Tim McGraw, which is the first track, is one of my absolute favorite Taylor Swift songs of all time. And I love I'm Only Me When I'm With You, and just this entire album. So, might surprise you, going from Taylor Swift to Ozzy Osbourne with Patient Number 9. This album, actually, I did not expect to enjoy as much as I did, but a good friend of mine is a massive, massive Ozzy Osbourne fan, and I happened to find a clearance copy of the vinyl, and I was like, okay, I'll bite the bullet, and I just fell in love. So my last vinyl is another steal from Grassroots, and it is Hunter by Blondie. I don't think you can ever go wrong with Blondie, and not just with the song Call Me. I really love War Child and English Boys, which are both on this album, and I just generally love collecting these vinyls and CDs because I love the vibe, to be perfectly honest, but I love really getting to support the artists I care about in a way that's more than just streaming or buying yet another t-shirt. And that is my vinyl and CD collection. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you stay tuned and subscribe.